Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're recapping the movie Fantastic Four: First Step from start to finish. If you missed it, want a refresher, or just love movie recaps, this one's for you. Let's jump right into the recap. Earth 828, 1964. Reed Richards, Pedro Pascal, and his wife, Susan Storm, Vanessa Kirby, are getting ready for supper. Sue goes to inform Reed that she is pregnant after 2 years of them trying and failing to conceive. While Reed appears both delighted and anxious owing to being unclear how the baby will come out, with having two genetically changed parents, Sue assures him that they will be ready for parenting. A TV segment from The Ted Gilbert Show airs, with presenter Ted Gilbert, Mark Gatiss, giving viewers a review of the Fantastic Four's previous 4 years. Reed, Sue, her brother Johnny, Joseph Quinn, and their friend and colleague Ben Grimm, Eben Mossbach-Crack, embarked on a trip into space. After being exposed to cosmic rays, the 4 individuals returned to Earth with abnormalities. Reed was able to extend any portion of his body, transforming into Mr. Fantastic. Sue's ability to become invisible and produce force fields has earned her the nickname the Invisible Woman. Johnny's entire body can catch fire, and he can also absorb flames in times of crisis, earning him the nickname the Human Torch. Ben's physique was transformed, giving him rock-like characteristics and earning him the nickname the Thing. Over the years, the Fantastic Four have been heroes to the citizens of New York, most notably when battling with the supervillain Harvey Elder, aka Mole Man. After beating him, Sue assisted Mole Man in reaching an agreement to create a charter with his underground city of Subterranea. Despite his disdain for the Four, Mole Man is moved by Sue's goodwill and agrees to her terms. Reed and Sue proceed to tell Ben and Johnny the news, but Ben can tell right away by Sue's expression. Everyone celebrates with their robot Herbie. Over the months, Ben and Herbie strive to baby-proof the house, while Reed prepares for the baby's birth by building a customized pod for him instead of a cot, until they find out how his DNA is formed. Reed is also developing a mechanism to perfect teleportation. Out in the streets, Ben is cheered on by several school children who want to see the Thing hoist a vehicle above his head. Following their request, Ben meets the children's teacher, Rachel Roseman, with whom he falls in love. Sue is scheduled to give birth any day now, so the Four hear a distress signal and observe a storm forming in the midst of the city. They fly the Fantastic Car into Times Square, where they are met by an extraterrestrial known as the Silver Surfer. She proclaims that Earth is doomed while she waits the arrival of her lord, Galactus, Ralph Ineson. As the Silver Surfer takes off, Johnny burns on and pursues her. He reaches her board in space, but she responds to him in her own language before knocking him off. Reed delves farther down the Silver Surfer's route, uncovering other planets that have been eaten and destroyed by Galactus. The Fantastic Four pledge everyone that they will deal with the menace of Galactus right now. They rocket themselves into space while the entire world watches. The Four approach near a planet that is in the process of being eaten. Galactus's spacecraft drags the Four's ship inside, where they are greeted by the Silver Surfer. She leads them to Galactus, revealing that she chooses whatever planet her lord consumes. She also informs Johnny that she told him to die with yours in preparation for the end of the world. The Four are taken before Galactus, a massive cosmic entity. Reed requests that Earth be spared, but Galactus discovers Sue's baby and recognizes that he possesses the capacity to satisfy Galactus's cosmic thirst. He gives the Four an ultimatum. Earth will be saved if they give him their kid. The Four begin their escape, with the Silver Surfer after them. Sue begins to go into labor as they fly near the bridge that will take them home. Reed leads the squad and traps the Silver Surfer in a temporal dilation, keeping her stranded while they make their way back. Sue gives birth to a child named Franklin. The Four hold a news conference, admitting to everyone that they have not defeated Galactus. Reed informs them of the decision presented by Galactus, noting that they refused to give up their kid in order to save the Earth. This immediately causes the people to turn against the Four, considering it as a betrayal. The Silver Surfer also attempts to persuade Galactus that pursuing a child would be too much, but he silences her for disagreeing. Reed devises a plan to transport the Earth to another planet in order to keep Galactus at bay. Meanwhile, Johnny examines some of his old recordings that contain the language of the Silver Surfer. Sue begins to feel overwhelmed by the burden of it all. She addresses the audience, stating that she would not sacrifice her kid for the sake of the world, but she vows that the four will do all in their power to continue trying to save them, which helps some residents reestablish trust in the four. When the network of teleportation towers is completed, everyone on Earth prepares for the four to begin their plan. Unfortunately, the Silver Surfer begins destroying all of the bridges. Johnny pursues her before she reaches the last one in Times Square. He approaches her, saying he has discovered the truth about her background. Her name is Shala Bal, and she has a daughter. Galactus threatened her Earth, but she sacrificed herself to become his herald in order to save her home and daughter. Shala Bal flees after hearing the voices of those who have been lost in Galactus's devastation. The four devise a last-ditch strategy. Use Franklin as bait to entice Galactus, then transport him through a portal away from Earth into an uncharted abyss. Despite understanding the risks, everyone, including Sue, supports it. They broker a deal with Mole Man and convince him to let the New Yorkers evacuate to Subterranea while the four set up the device in the city. Galactus arrives at the city, which is utterly vacant. Galactus finds Franklin in the Baxter Building, where the four live, and smashes through to grab him. The four move quickly, with Sue creating a massive force field to combat Galactus. Reed tries to stop Galactus by extending up and tampering with his equipment. Galactus tries to push Reed to his limits, but Johnny throws Ben from a great height, allowing him to begin collaborating time with the villain. This gives Reed a chance to get Franklin back. Sue manages to push Galactus far enough so that he falls into the portal. Galactus attempts to return before the gateway is permanently closed. Johnny prepared to sacrifice himself by flying hard enough to drive Galactus through, but Shala Bal arrives and pulls Johnny out of the way, allowing her old lord and herself to pass through the vortex. Reed, Ben, and Johnny return down to see Sue unconscious. Despite Reed's best efforts to resuscitate her, Sue has died. Franklin begins to wail for his mother, and Reed lets him lay on her. Franklin touches Sue, and she regains consciousness after some time. Sue tells Reed that their boy is already more fantastic than they could have ever imagined. The people of New York return home and honor the four as heroes once again. They are scheduled to return to the Ted Gilbert show until they hear another distress signal. The gang races to the Fantastic Car, where Reed, Ben, and Johnny struggle to install Franklin's car seat. After accomplishing, the four go off on another assignment. 4 years later, Sue is reading a story to Franklin, now a toddler. She walks to the kitchen for a drink and returns to find a stranger standing next to her son. The person wears a green cloak and holds a metal mask. Dr. Doom has arrived. After the credits, an animated opening for an in-universe Fantastic Four cartoon appears on a TV screen before Herbie switches it off. And that's the full recap of Fantastic Four: First Step. If you enjoyed it, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more movie breakdowns and recaps just like this. Got a film you want us to cover next? Drop it in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.